everybody? Y'all up? If y'all up, let me hear you say Agate. Y'all up. So thank you for having me. My name is Shaquana Teasley. Everyone in the industry knows me as Shaq or Shaquana Teasley. I am an expert in international trade and global logistics. And what does that mean exactly? I don't drive a truck. Today was the first day that I got into a truck. I never saw the inside of a truck before ever in my life. But that doesn't mean that I don't support truckers because I specialize in global logistics. So I work with international freight forwarders, and we move freight from the port, we move freight via air and via ocean. There is a whole nother atmosphere out here, everyone, to the logistics game. We are part of what is called global supply chain. That includes transportation, that includes warehousing, that includes trucking, that includes hazmat. There is so many more opportunities here. So I applaud all the truckers here today because what you do is phenomenal and it is very difficult and challenging. But I implore you to tap into global logistics. Freight has to move via air and freight has to move via ocean. The majority of the goods that we use every day, just look around. These tables, the clothes we have on, the chairs, this equipment, the majority of this stuff was imported. It was likely imported from Far East Asia. Truckers do not always have to be on the road for 3 to 4 weeks away from their families. Freight can be moved directly from the airport. Freight can be moved via drayage right from the ocean port. You can do constant runs every day and still be home for dinner. It's a matter of negotiating that mile and negotiating those commodities. I specialize in the movement of hazardous goods globally, but I've never driven a truck. I certify the placards that go on the truck. I certify the packaging material that goes on the goods that have to be moved, and I certify those documents. If you own a trucking company, you can offer additional services outside of only moving the freight. You can offer consulting services because you are a subject matter expert in what? Trade lanes. Trade lanes is a whole nother field in global supply chain to educate people. So for me, of course, I don't move freight on a road. I don't move it domestically. However, I arrange it on the vessel and I arrange it on the airport. In addition to that, I oversee contract negotiations between countries. I specialize in international trade. Goods have to move from one country to another, right? Why does that happen? That happens because one country is more enriched in resources that another country is not. That has to happen, period. The majority of our agricultural goods come from South America. Who's picking it up? I hear people often tell me that they are preparing for the slow season. I have no idea what that is. I have never seen a slow season in global supply chain ever. I have been in this industry for 17 years. I have never seen a slow season. Freight has to move globally. If it's moving globally, it's moving domestically. Oftentimes, negotiations are happening by the mile. That does not happen in the global supply chain. We are negotiating based on commodities, okay? Commodities. Right now, lumber is at a premium. Right now, it is extremely difficult to haul our household goods. That's why it's costing so much more to us as consumers. We are not negotiating by the rate. By the mile. If you give me a rate by the mile, I'm expecting you to now be open to negotiations in regardless of what that commodity is. So know your commodities, understand negotiations. In addition to that, do nobody throw no bottle of water at me because I'm about to also say something that y'all not going to be happy to hear. I do not typically work with dispatchers, and that's not because they don't bring value, because they bring lots of value. They are experts, they are subject matter experts, and they are critical to our supply chain because why? They are problem solvers. They are resolution oriented. But I do not use them because I am booking freight that is forecasted. I am working with origin points. What this origin point means, where the freight is being manufactured. Where is the raw material? The raw material is in China. The raw material is in Germany. Where are these materials actually being manufactured? That's where I'm at. I'm having a discussion when it is not even in inception yet. What are we forecasting to build? What are we forecasting to factor? What are we forecasting to manufacture into the U.S.? That is where I stand, and that is where I live in global supply chain. Because I know what is being manufactured, I know what is coming through every port in the entire United States of America. There will never be a shortage of freight. There will never be a slow season. I strategically help truck drivers position themselves where the freight is going to come. That is by port and that is by airport. I specialize in international trade, hazardous material, drayages. It is my passion to always make sure that I am educating our community and diversifying this industry, so I do spend some of my time training and educating people. For anyone here that doesn't know me, I'll quickly just recap. I am from Brooklyn, New York, one of many children. Go Brooklyn. Y'all always in the building, right? We always in the building. I came from a very large family. I didn't see the inside of a home until I bought one. I didn't know a college graduate, and I didn't know an entrepreneur. We cannot be educated in these areas and not make sure that we're not giving that back to somebody else. When we are in a position of power, it's our responsibility to be responsible for somebody else's growth and development. That does not mean money. That means knowledge. I have been blessed to get 3 college degrees for absolutely free. It was no math and science to that. I asked for what I wanted. Walk in these rooms and ask for what you want. Okay, you want more money per mile? Ask it. You want more money for that commodity? Ask for it. You want a degree? Ask for it. Okay? It's a matter of asking for it. I asked every job I ever had for education, and they gave it to me. It took me a long time, but I got it. Same thing with all of my certifications. So no, I didn't just wake up one day with all the education and the smarts that I have. God has blessed me tremendously, and I'm here to make sure I can give that forward. My name is Shaq, and I'm out.
Oh, yeah.